Okay, for my project, I chose 3D printing just because I wanted to learn how to 3D print, the basics of it, and how to like make and design my own things. So here are my final projects that I ended up creating, and I'm gonna look into the basics of TinkerCad. So right here, I'm gonna show you how like the software runs. So here's your viewing thing in the top left. You can see like how you can change how you want to view the your platform. And then here's just some basic shapes. There are also other options which Steven and I didn't figure out until late in the project, so all of our designs are pretty simple. But yeah, so we just use the basic shapes. So here, if I put a box down, I can adjust the height and settings of the box using these little tools. And then these can rotate the object or the design. So if I want it to be sideways, then I can do that. Also, which was important, I need to know how to make holes, so I can make this a little smaller than that and then put a hole in this design. So when I group it together, it'll show in here what the design will look like, which is a little bit odd because I rotated it a little bit. But that's what the printed thing would look like. And if I want to edit it more, I'll just ungroup it again. And that's pretty simple. Another thing you could do is you can scribble. So like you can write your own things. So if you wanted to like put your initials or something there, then you can put that there. I didn't use that as much because it's not very helpful. But whoops. There you go. Okay. So another cool thing is you could put text into the thing. So if I wanted to put my name on this, then I could do that. I could put that there, choose a font, and then rotate it. Maybe adjust the size so I can fit it on this box. And so it'll print like that. And that was a pretty cool aspect of it. Another cool thing you could do is you can import designs that other people made. So like if someone made something like a flame that I wanted to put in this and make a fireplace, then I could do that. I could take their STL file and import it and just drag it in here, and then it'll show up there. So here are some designs that I made. These are the two that I ended up printing. Here's the first one. So this one was a pretty simple design because all I did was use the simple boxes and then adjusted the height of them, and it just came out like that because I looked at design beforehand to make sure I wasn't screwing it up. And here it is. And then my other one was back here. Here it is. So this design was originally meant to be a lantern that I could put like some LED lights in and it'll glow up. But the LED lights eventually broke, so I just made it a pencil holder. And here's how I did it. So I started out with a basic polygon and then put a smaller sized hole of a polygon inside that, so it was hollow. And then I created some designs and put it on the side. It made them holes so I could put them on the side, and then it would be hollow there. And if I group them together, I can see what the final thing would look like. So here's this. It was pretty simple because, again, we were using basic shapes, and I probably could have delved into more of the complex things. But there's that. And so when I want to print it, I just export it. And the file that our printer reads is STL, so I want to export it to the STL file, which I have done. So what I do after there, I go to the Makerbot print, which is what our printer uses, and I go to the project panel and then upload my STL file into that. and then it'll show up here. So from here I can edit the size of it, so if I wanted it a little bit bigger I could do that. And all I have to do there is just press print, which it doesn't say there now because I'm not connected to the printer. So that's pretty simple, and then it'll end up looking like this. Okay, results. So these are the two things I printed again. I designed that, and then this. And this was taken before the LEDs burnt out. So review, here's the design. Here's me designing it in TinkerCad. And then here's the STL file that I exported it to. And here's the making of the print. So this is after I uploaded it to Makerbot. And then here's the final thing. So that was my project. If I were to redo my project, I probably would have talked more about what I learned when I first introduced it. Like, here's a video of me making this, and I would have watched that for a little while. I also would have tried to do more things, like more designs, maybe more complex things. Again, we didn't learn how to use other shapes. But yeah, I think it went overall pretty well.